your generation was the first that was forced into remote experiences. I literally forced into it. Remote learning, that sort of thing.
Remote church was a
remote
thing.
church.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh, hey,
That's still a thing, actually.
Yeah.
My grandparents visit
And they would
remote
ship
church.
you the communion.
But we even had a remote parade one time.
I don't remember.
How does that
It was,
even?
it was a Veterans Day parade in Morehead City, and they tried it with remote.
Well, but isn't that like watching the Macy's Day Parade?
That's very true.
That's a good point, actually.
That is a good point. But the fact that you experienced this remote environment, what does that do insofar as your expectations for remote employment? Do you feel, what do you, this is an odd question, but I'm just curious if you're looking for, if as you are preparing it to go into the cold world, and it is cold out there.
We know.
Do you anticipate working in the office or remotely? Ella?
So yeah, I'll start. So I have an older sister, and like all of her friends, and okay, why are you guys laughing at me?
No.
But what they do a lot of the time is it's like 3 or 4 days at the office and then 1 or 2 from home. And I honestly like that idea or that concept of being able to stay home when I need to, and also being able to get my work done at home. Like I don't have to go into the office if my kid is sick or something, you know?
Or if for example, the
Or if
roads,
I'm sick.
Well, you're sick, or more importantly, transportation becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Traffic flow, for example, it's lousy weather. You don't want to travel, let's say, ice storms, things of this nature.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go fully remote because I'd miss seeing people. And also, I do feel more productive when I'm in a working space. But I like the idea of having that option.
Elena.
Yes, I know, to go off a little bit of what Elle was saying, personally, I get zero work done whenever I have an online, it's so terrible. I have to go sit in the library to do my online classes and stuff. I can't go home and do them because it just doesn't work. So I think personally for me, I just don't have the focus to be able to get significant amounts of work done in a not academic setting or work environment.
Work environment. Charlie, you were shaking your head in agreement on that as you yawn.
Yeah. Yeah, I could not get work done at home because I'll just sit there and be like, oh, I could be doing this. Or
I can make a grilled cheese sandwich or something.
Exactly.
I can make a snack.
Or I can watch another
Or I
season
can
of
watch
this
a nap.
show.
No,
I
exactly.
could take a nap.
Yes.
What is that, Ella? What have I got?
So today I constructed for you a gourmet mango sorbet wrapped in a fresh picked strawberry fruit roll up.
And by the way, it is melting, and you are correct. But it is sticking to my teeth. All right, I'm going to go to you, Francis. What's your thought?
I have similar thoughts to all of y'all. Me personally, COVID and online learning was the least productive I've ever been. Yeah. And I think we've touched on this before, but I think in some ways it set me back a bit in terms of my academic skills. I feel like in areas like math and stuff, I still have a hard time catching up from that in different areas.
As a matter of fact, I was reading a story recently from a highly respected publication. I'll mention it. And I like to attribute my sources so that it's not necessarily out of the off the web, if you will. The Wall Street Journal, pointing to the fact that, interestingly, 2 things. One, schools have realized the students are having a hard time. It's not that you really missed a very key moment in your educational or academic career. But number 2, interestingly enough, is that it had greater impact. You'll love this one, Charlie. Had greater negative impact on ladies than it did on men. Now, I don't know that. It did. Because you guys, that is girls, have been historically more competitive academically than the guys have been. But the numbers are showing that the guys are catching up and moving ahead of the girls. And Charlie said no. But this is a national trend. Sally, I'll wrap it up with you.
I think the thing that was most important to me, or that is most important to me about showing up for school or for a job is a routine. And that I did not want to admit. My mom kept telling me to make my own routine during COVID, and I didn't do it. But now looking back, I know how important that was, and I recognize that I definitely need one in order to be productive. And
I think
feel,
everybody,
you know,
frankly, I think everybody does. And part of that is, I'm going to use a term, muscle memory.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa. I didn't think you'd all catch on that quickly.
Well, I mean, because
I'm impressed, but go ahead. Yeah.
you follow a set of actions, right? And it automatically trick your brain. Maybe isn't the word, but it puts you in the mood to get your work done. Like you wake up early, you go to school, you eat your breakfast, right? Like you're like, okay, now it is time for me to lock in.
Yeah, it's like what's that one psychologist who did the ringing of the bell with the dog?
I know.
Oh,
Pavlov.
Pavlov. It's like
Oh,
Pavlov.
yes.
Yeah.
Pavlov's dog.
Uh,
I would like to point out I did have a routine during COVID, and it was watch all of the Harry Potter movies in rapid succession every day while I did my homework.
Did you memorize it?
And guess what? I passed with flying colors.
It's the magic
I'm
of
talking
Speak
98.
for
all right?
it was the
yourself.
magic of Harry Potter.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.